by Leah Golding. The facts. There is a 42% rate of divorce in Christian couples compared to the 50% rate of divorce for couples that do not believe in God. There is a 60% rate of divorce for couples who do not attend church but still believe in Christ, compared to the 38% rate of divorce for couples that attend church week by week. An understandable visual of divorce rates. As mentioned before, there is divorce rates of 50% for couples who are not religious, 42% for couples that believe in God, regardless of their frequency of church attendance, 60% for believers who do not attend church, which is notably higher than the divorce rate of non-believers, and 38% for religious couples that attend church weekly. Factors that can increase divorce rates. Premarital cohabitation, which is living with your spouse before you are married. Premarital sex, which is having sexual relations before entering a marriage. Premarital childbearing. This would be sorted into the premarital sex category, but it is too large of a stressor to not be mentioned on its own. And finally, marrying young, which would be considered in our culture to be married under the age of 30. When is divorce okay in a Christian marriage? Though some have other thoughts and opinions, biblical research professor Andreas J. Kostenberger says that there are two situations that allow for a biblical divorce. These two situations are when a spouse has an affair or commits adultery, or when a spouse gives up on their end of a marriage. However, Kostenberger adds that, in such a case, divorce is not mandated or even encouraged. Forgiveness and reconciliation should be extended and pursued if at all possible. What does the Bible say about all of this? 1 Corinthians 7:10 through 11 says, "To the married I give this command, not I, but the Lord. A wife must not separate from her husband, but if she does, she must remain unmarried or else be reconciled to her husband, and a husband must not divorce his wife." Knowing the immensely high divorce rates in both religious couples and those that do not have belief in God, what can we do as a whole to change divorce rates? There are several ways to honor God within a trial in your marriage. You can consider the trial a blessing. James 1:2-3 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." You can attend Christian marriage counseling. There are many options, whether in person or online, and depending on the cost. And you can also reach out to other Christians. Hebrews 10:24-25 says, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." There are also several ways to prepare for marriage and lessen the chances of divorce for your future marriage. Some important things are to not cohabitate before marriage. Do not have sexual relations before marriage, which includes not bearing a child before entering a marriage, and maintaining a relationship with God, in addition to seeking a partner that also has a strong relationship with God. 2 Corinthians 6:14 says, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers, for what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness?" To conclude all of these points, divorce rates are heavily affected and influenced by choices of individuals. From choosing to have premarital sex or maintaining a strong and godly marriage, you can make these choices, whether it's choosing your partner or maintaining your own relationship with God daily. There are reasons for divorce that the Bible confirms, but even so, you should seek out forgiveness and give grace, and seek to be more Christ-like. Lastly, there are ways to decline your own chances of divorce. Whether you're about to enter marriage, single, or already married, there is always hope, especially when pursuing a relationship with Christ. Sources: When Christians Get Divorced, A.J. Becker. Can This Institution Be Saved? B.T. Stafford. When Does the Bible Allow Divorce? R.F. Miller. Research: Religious Americans Less Likely to Divorce, L.S.A.B. Wilcox. All of these sources above are from ChristianityToday.com. In addition, 1 Corinthians 7:10-11, James 1:2-3, Hebrews 10:24-25, 2 Corinthians 6:14. These are all from the New International Version of the Bible.